Hi everyone. Good evening. It's Diane coming to you from Stamping with Diane in Innisfil, Ontario. And I know I'm a little early tonight, so I have time for a sip of tea. Yes, I'm drinking some chai tea from my fancy Stampin' with Diane mug. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and have been for about 3 years now, celebrating my anniversary just next week, I believe. So it brings me great joy to share stamping with you, whether you are watching live or on the replay or on YouTube channel. And I love to share some tips and tricks with you and inspire your own stamping journey. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I'm happy to help you place an order or let you know about upcoming specials and whatever. So in my personal life, I have a new grandbaby. My grandson Theodore was born on July the 20th, so I said I would share the joy until he was 1 month old. So he's 4 weeks today, but my special will go until August the 20th, so you'll have till this weekend. And you receive 10% off any of the retail that you purchase through me, either just contacting me or through my online store. So I would love to share that joy for another few days. Also, this is Celebration is still on, 2 more weeks for Celebration. And it's a great time to purchase your paper pumpkin subscriptions, because getting a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription allows you a free stamp set, paper, dies, whatever you wanted to choose from our Celebration flyer. So that's another 2 weeks. Any $60 increment qualifies you, and our website is quite user-friendly. It will let you know that you have a reward to take advantage of. I had the most fun yesterday. I was stamping with some new friends. I had a kit party booked, one of the hostesses. She is now going through the catalog to spend her free rewards that she earned through having her friends over to stamp with her. And you know what? It was really nice. There was a couple of generations at this party, and the comment that stood out to me was, wow, this is so easy to do, following the instructions in the kit, that I can feel confident that I'm making something nice, but I'm still relaxed enough to visit and socialize with my friends. So what a great testimony to the value of our kits. So I'm going to just spin us around. If you are watching, please say hello in the comments so I know who's here. I'm going to spin us around and I'm going to show you my paper pumpkin kit that just arrived yesterday. We're going to do a little unveiling here because I did talk about this one. This is the Sweet Sunflowers, and I haven't even opened it yet. But as I say, if you purchase right now a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription, this fancy little box will come directly to your door once a month. You can put your subscription on pause at any time. And what do we have? Oh my goodness, I forgot we have 2 stamping spots in this one. Soft suede and crushed curry. That does make me think of sunflowers, you too. And here's our stamp set. A beautiful sunflower with the center that you'll be able to stamp in the 2 different colors. For a one-of-a-kind friend. Oh, I love that one. Thank you. Wishing you so much happiness. And then we've got some leaves, a couple of bees here. Oh, and a hello. So sweet. So I like stamp sets that have both the images and have words. I find them very, very versatile. So let's just take a quick peek in here. Make the most of your free gift with every project. Oh, this is a free bonus. We're getting some gold foil honeycomb sheets. Well, there's quite a few in there. And then here it's showing us some ideas of cutting some away. You could use the outline, and then they've cut that out and put it in behind a card. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is a bonus, plus we get 2 stamp sets this time. I knew it was going to be a good value. All right, and oh my gosh, look at these. It's like Christmas in a box. So, oh wow, these are stunning. They're not usually this patterned or this pre-decorated for us. Sorry about the plastic sound here. Okay, so we have some stamping dimensionals here, and here's what we've got. So gorgeous card bases, beautiful decorated envelopes already. The card fronts, we've got some punch outs, looks like maybe some ribbon here. And then of course, it's going to make 9 cards, 3 of each design with the envelopes to match. And then we get step-by-step instructions. So it tells me what to stamp. It tells me to put glue dots on. This tells me to put dimensionals on, and then I'm going to end up with my finished product. So number 1 tells you all the materials you need to gather up. So a couple of little punch out bees, your label to punch or to stamp on, and then it tells you your instructions. Look at this, they even think to add the ruler in along the side so you can measure out anything if there's any string or embellishments. These are just amazing. Who is not going to love to receive that in the mail? Fabulous. There's some glue dots in there and some of the card bases. Okay, so I just thought you'd like to see that because paper pumpkins are a surprise every month. We're never sure exactly what it's going to look like. And this is an extra value with the free gold foiling and having 2 colors of ink. Now Paper Pumpkin does keep in mind, they watch the ink colors they include and they don't repeat them throughout the year. So if you did have a year-long subscription, you would end up with 12 different ink colors by the end of the year. So celebration is on now for another 2 weeks. And as I say, this is a great time to order your subscription. Okay, first week of our tea and cards using the Cup of Tea stamp set and the coordinating teacup dies. There's a lot of them in here. 17 different little dies. This was our first card that we did, and we did some watercoloring on this one. And then last week's project used the designer series paper, and I cut out specific squares of the paper, and I put one of the doilies in behind. Now this is retired since, but we usually have a few leftover products, don't you, on your shelf, so it's a fun way to use up some of those things. And the little I miss you was stamped on one of the little tea bag leaves. And then I die cut out using the dies these little flowers in the sweet sorbet. So that was also made with the Tea Boutique cards and envelopes. So again, kind of like the Paper Pumpkin, the cards already come partially decorated, and then you've got the coordinating envelopes to match, and those are in all the new in colors. All right, tonight's is a little different. We are going to use, first of all, I'm going to put something down underneath just to let you see that. We are going to use some of our masking paper. Now, some of you may have seen masking paper before. I used to use little Post-it notes sometimes, but the masking paper is so much handier. So let me show you how it comes. You get 12 5x7 sheets of the masking paper, which is actually quite a bit. So I'm going to pull out a new sheet, and here's one that I've already used. You'll see on the back there's a perforation here so that you can pull it apart, and one side is sticky and then the other is just the backing. Okay, so for this project I'm going to cut a few strips with the masking paper. Hi Carol Ann, you got your Paper Pumpkin already. Did you have it opened? Mine arrived yesterday, but I hadn't opened it yet. So, okay, I'm going to cut a couple of strips. I've got a 1 1/4 inch Now I'm going to cut about a 1-inch strip here, and I'm going to do a couple of 3/4 inch strips. I just decided to use my little mini trimmer here so that it's easy to see in camera. This was one of the joining specials a while back. Right now the joining special is the Fantastic Planner. It's a planner book and a booklet, and it's got 3 notebooks as well, and a stamp set that helps you organize and keep track of things. Okay, now these, as I said, are sticky on the back. Okay, so all I've done is cut them, and I have not removed the stickiness yet. Now the reason I cut this one a little bit bigger is tonight we're going to use the Take Care of Yourself stamp. So as I pull that out, I wanted it to be able to fit. That's a little, well, I'm going to trim it just a titch. I wanted it to be wide enough for my sentiment to show. There we go. So I just took a little bit off. Okay, now a tip when using this paper. Sometimes the first time you use the masking paper, as I said, it's sticky on the back. Sometimes it is so sticky it might pull on your cardstock. So a little trick, I'm going to do this off camera, but I'm wearing cotton pants and I'm just pressing it onto my pant leg. You can hear it coming off, and I'm going to do it about 4 times. Now, I don't have any animals in the house, so there's no cat hair or anything on there, but that's just taking a little bit of the stickiness off. The other thing you can do, of course you opened it, is just rub it on your skin, and it just kind of picks up a little bit of the oils from your skin. Okay, and just takes a little bit of the stickiness. Now, I've got it on my silicone mat for now, and I'm going to use I can kind of see the grid here. All right, let me line this up well. Make this nice and straight. Now, of course, artistically, it doesn't have to be straight. You could put them in any direction. Now, this is the backing. I'm just going to toss that to the side, and I'm going to repeat that process. So baby Theodore is doing so well. We are holding a family and friends shower for he and his mama this weekend. So I'm super excited that lots of people will get to meet little Theo. And also super excited because I think he's going to have a sleepover at our house. They live about an hour and a half away from us. So it's nice that they're not too far, but you know, a little farther than, I might make that one a little thinner too. Well, maybe leave it. Okay, let's leave that one. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm not going to put that one on yet. I wanted to do something else first. Let's stamp. Okay, before I get carried away here. So you've seen what we're doing with the masking paper. And now I've chosen the fancy teacup. And I'm going to use greens tonight. So I'm going to use the soft succulent green. And I'm going to ink up, this is the photopolymer stamp. I sometimes put the, let's do it, put the piercing mat in underneath it. And I'm going to stamp this in the center. There we go. And then also this masking paper, it works very nicely with our punches. It also works nicely with the dies. So I have gone ahead and I've run the teacup die. Just, I'll show you here the plain one, the plain teacup die. I've run that through the masking paper. And so now I have a perfectly shaped teacup. I'm pulling the backing off. There it is. I'm going to use my pant leg again. Just getting some of that sticky off there. It kind of depends. If you're in a humid environment, then sometimes your paper gets a little bit, picks up some of the moisture, and then this can tear a little bit. Okay, so that is now hidden. And back to my strips here. I'm gonna put one across here, and maybe I'll move this one up a wee bit. See, it does work just fine. Just leave a little bit at the top, and I've got one more strip. And these are about 3/4 of an inch or a 1/2 inch. Yeah, okay. Put it like so. Okay, so I've hidden I've hidden a lot of our card just with this masking paper. And then I am going to pull out some different green colors. I think I might, all right, I'm gonna start with the soft succulent. Now, when I am using the blending brush, I'm gonna start by going in a circular motion on my ink pad. Then I kind of start off the page a little bit and come on. So what I'm doing is picking up some ink and blending it on top of this white cardstock. So this is just our basic white, and you can make your color as light or dark as you wish. And I'm going to leave that to the side for now, and I'm going to move into the mint macaron. So this one is a little bit lighter. Swirling it, drop some ink. And this next stripe, I'm kind of making the mint. And I am going to go up into the next one as well. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. Hope it's not shaking the table too much. Okay, and then let's do an even lighter. This is the soft sea foam. And I'm not worrying about cleaning this blending brush in between. I'm not worrying about mint getting onto my soft sea foam, because as you can see, when I'm doing this, I'm pretty much emptying the brush of color before I'm going into the next color. Okay, so you can make this as light or dark. You could use multiple colors, not just greens. And now I'm just kind of working in reverse here, going from the top, and I'm going to add in a little bit more. I do want it to blend. A little bit more color. So now I'm making sure these are mixing. And finishing with the soft succulent. Sorry if I'm going off screen here. I think we're okay. Yeah, so thanks for finding me a little bit early. I will post this video to the YouTube channel. I would love it if you would like and share and spread the word. It has been very helpful over the summer with having to have a bit more flexible schedule to be able to post the videos so you don't miss out. Okay, I think that's probably fine. So I'm going to just pop these away really quickly. And I am going to now reveal. So just look at that. You can see how clean and crisp those lines are. Now here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to put them on the back of my masking paper package, and that's going to hold them for next time. Because they will, I can certainly use them again, and I was going to do that for the video tonight. I had the strips saved from when I made a couple of sample cards, but I wanted you to see the whole process. Okay, so I used wider strips this time than I did on my previous sample. So you'll get to see the difference. Okay, so now we mentioned I'm going to use Take Care of Yourself, and I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen, so the darkest shade of green, and I'm going to pop this down here. And this is where, yeah, I could have made that a bit smaller, this strip. That's okay. That's okay. You'll get to see the different ideas here. And now we're going to reveal the teacup. Da, da, da. It's like magic. Look at that. Okay, I've got too much white showing, so let's try something. Let's try doing this. This is what videos are all about. You get to change things up a bit as you go. Work as you go. If you're not happy with it, then fix it as you go. So I'm going back in here. I'm going to add some more color, and we'll see if it blends as nicely as I'm hoping it will. I'll add a little bit of the mint. See what I'm doing? I'm just covering that over. Had too much white on the card. So just keeping that circular motion. There we go. And blend that one out once more until I pretty much lost that line. Don't recommend doing it this way, having to go back over, but there we go. We can solve things and make sure it's the way we want it. Remove that one, and you saw how that worked just fine. So this is the second use of this tape. Yes, that's better. You know what? I'm going to do a little bit more down here too. Why not get it just the way I want it? Okay, bear with me. Here we go. One more little swirl. One more little swirl. Try and get the same color here. And a little bit of the mint. Now I'm rushing. Might look kind of neat though with a bit of an extra line in there. And okay, I know a way to hide that perfectly. We're going to add even the darker. Let's add one little bit of the darker. Okay. There, that's going to give it an even different effect. Love it. Yes, much happier with that. Okay, and I've stamped the sentiment. I've got the teacup on there. We're going to go ahead and start layering a couple of layers. We're going to use the soft succulent as our backing. I won't need these now. And I need to grab the two markers. I'm going to use some stamping blends. To color in a little bit of the leaf. So I'm using my dark just down the center. I'm using the fine tip of the dark soft succulent. And then I'm using the light soft succulent. I'm just going to fill that in. Now, as I said, I'm sticking with the greens. This would look beautiful in any colors or multiple colors. Adding in whatever you wish. Works fine with any open stamp that you have as well. Doesn't have to be the teacup. I'll just fill this in. Yes, have you used kits? They really, really are a fun way to craft. No stress. No stress. Okay, there we go. And let's just build this now. I'm going to back it on an evening evergreen. So here's my, of course, our stamping blends do bleed through. Oops, that's my nuts. They do bleed through, so that's why you would never want it to be on the front of your card if you're just using that as your only layer. And we'll frame that with the evening evergreen. And then I've got the soft succulent, and I've scored it long ways. Bone folder is here. The bump, the mountain, goes in the center, in the inside of your card. And let's pop this one on with dimensionals. Switch it up a little bit. So, celebration, I hate for people to leave free product on the table. So, if you have a couple things on your wish list right now, maybe some cardstock, maybe a new ink color, you want to get up to the $60 mark so you can get something for free. If the company is going to give you something free, I say take it. So this is a great time to stock up on things. All right, so I'm going to put that on with dimensionals. And we'll add a wee bit of Wink of Stella here on our teacup. Kind of make it look like it's china. I'm actually coloring in the plain part of it. And also with the, of course, the special right now with my Baby Theo special, you can earn 10% off by placing an order through me until Saturday. There, oh my goodness, looks so pretty. I hope you can see some of the glitter there. And I apologize if you can't see it on screen, but I certainly can see it here. And let's put a couple of our champagne gems here. Take care of yourself. Put one up here and one more. And there you have it. There's our tea and cards using the masking paper, which is item 155480, and I believe it's about $13, $13.50 perhaps. And as I say, you get 12 sheets of 5 by 7. This was my original sample. I didn't use the dimensionals on it, and I used a little bit narrower strips, but I'm happy with this. I'm glad I modified it though. I wasn't going to be happy with so much white showing. I've done it with the sunflower set and added a bit of twine on there. So a very, very simple technique. It only takes one stamp, and either you would use a die cut to cover that, or you can of course fussy cut around using your masking paper. And then I didn't color these in, but I decided to color those. So there you have it. This is our newest masking technique. So I hope you'll try it and let me know how it goes for you. And I will see you next week. All right, bye for now. Thanks for joining in. Take care, friends.